users shouldn't have to ask for a new chart just to see their data through a different lens. What if they could pick the value, pick the breakdown, and the chart just updates? That's exactly what field parameters do, and I'm going to show you how to set it up in the next few minutes. Most people solve this problem with bookmarks. You build 4 versions of the same chart, hide and show them with buttons. It works, but it can get really messy. Field parameters fix all of that. One chart, 2 drop downs. Users pick what they see and you build it once. For this to work, you need a chart. We have this clustered bar chart here, and then you need columns that you want your users to toggle between. For instance, I have mine here. I have the product, I have the region here, and I also have the category. And then lastly, you also need measures for your users to choose between. I have my total revenue here. It's just a sum of the revenue. Total quantity, sum of the quantity, total profit, sum of the profit here, and total customers. Let's recreate this. I'm going to duplicate this page, and then I'll get rid of this bar chart and this as well. Then I'll go to the modeling tab here and I'll click on it, and then I'll go to new parameter. I'll click on fields for this. So I already have select metric and I don't want to use the same thing, so I'll just name it metric. And here it says to add and reorder fields. So I'm going to select the metric that I want. I would select total customers, total profit, total quantity, and total revenue. Okay, you always have to check this so that you can have a slicer to change the values that you want to see. I'll create this. Okay, that already shows up on the page. So it just shows the total customers and it shows the slicers here. This is the measure that I created, and then it shows the slicer as well. I'll then go ahead to create another parameter because I want the dimensions to be able to change, not just the metric. Then I'll go back to modeling here and then new parameter fields again. And I'll name this, I have view by here, I'll change that to view, and I'll select the dimensions that I want from my data. I want the category, and then I also want the region and the product. So those are the 3 that I'm going to be using here. So I'll go ahead to create as well. Now I'll add the visual that I want to use. I'll go to build. You can choose the one that you prefer. I'm trying to use a clustered bar chart here out of the slicer, and then I'll select a clustered bar chart, and then I'll just expand it. Typically, you just select the column that you want to be on your X and Y axis, but because I want my users to be able to control both the Y and the X axis, we're going to use the metric and the view. On the Y axis, I'm going to use the view, just drag it here, and then on the x-axis I'm going to use metric, the parameter we just created. I know it looks very confusing now, but we're definitely going to make it better. Once you've put up the dimensions and the measures that you want to use, then you go ahead to make changes to the slicer so that you can get it filtered properly. I will click on the metric here and go to slicer settings here, and then I'll change this to a drop down because that's what I want. I'll also turn off slicer header because I don't want that. And then I'll change this from multi-select to single select, right? I'll do the same thing for this. Let's see if we can copy this. I doubt, but let's try. Okay, it sort of worked, but let's just change that to a drop down because that's what we want. Okay, we have the dimension parameter slicer and the measures parameter slicer. I'll just adjust it. This is dialing and reduce it a bit, and then I'll move it here. Putting it here, you can see that it's not reflecting now. I will go to the selection panel. Once you select your bar chart, your column chart, depending on the type of chart that you've used, and you go to format here, you'd see the selection pane. Once you click on it, it would show you the chart and then the slicer. So I'll just move this one up here and then this one up here just so that they are visible on the chart. Now let's see if it's working. We currently have total customers by the category. Now let's check, let's say total profit and by the region, and then you can see it works perfectly. You give your users the ability to choose what they want on the y-axis or on the x-axis, and as you're changing the dimension and the measures, the name of the visual is also changing based on what you're selecting. So now I have total quantity by region, but if I do total quantity by product, you see that it also changes total quantity by product, and you can go ahead to style it how you like. I usually add a border around my slicers, sometimes just to make them a bit more visible, like in this case. Go to visual border under format here and turn it on. And then you can style it however you like. I'll just put rounded corners and just make it black. Okay. I'll do the same thing for the product as well. So you can just style it to what you want exactly. And you can style it as buttons or drop down the way it is right now, just for a cleaner look. This is what I created and this is what we were able to reproduce. So the same thing, just need to make few changes here and there with the styling. Field parameters let you build once and let your users explore. You don't get chat requests, no more duplicate visuals, no more bookmark chaos. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.